What's up guys, Game Time Legends here, back with another Palworld video. In this video I'm going to be showing you the location of one of the top legendary pals in Palworld that rivals even the mighty Jetragon or Jetragon, however you say it, man, because its type is super effective against dragons, so it will give Jetragon one heck of a battle. I'll show you where the location is and how to easily capture or defeat it if you're at a lower level, okay? Because unfortunately these legendary pals you cannot breathe, so the only way to get them is by capturing them. So if you can't take them on one-on-one, I'm gonna show you a method that I use. But as you already figured based on the location that I'm heading, that legendary pal is none other than the mighty Frostallion. Now this pal is one schmeck of a freezer, man. If you're looking for a pal that constantly freezes things in battle, this is your guy. Now keep in mind, I have no idea how I'm going to defeat this guy. I'm only on level 37, so he will one-shot me in a second. I'm going to attempt to take him on one-on-one, which I literally believe is going to be a waste of time, but I do have my backup method, which I think I'm going to have to resort to. And if you check the map, you will see that this is my first time battling this guy. So if you're a beginner, we in the same boat. Just follow my lead. I got your back. We in this together. I have no idea what I'm doing. But before we get this battle on the roll, if you're new to my channel, I go over a lot of how-tos, glitches, tips, tricks, and gameplays. So if you have any interest in these, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button, because it definitely helps the channel out. And with that being said, let's get this freeze. Kneeling at my knees. As you can see, my map isn't completed, but in order to find Frostallion, you'd want to head to the top of the map in the northern frosty or icy area. Up here, the fastest travel point would be Land of Absolute Zero. If you haven't reached there yet, you'll just have to make your way there from wherever you are, and once the tower is unlocked, you'll be able to fast travel there anytime. I try to stay as far as possible. Don't come back. I wish you would come back. I could see she's ready to charge me. Like, don't talk. Come on, bro. I hate when they do that. You don't see somebody behind you, bro? Now that move right there is the one you want to look out for. It's called Blizzard Spike with a damage rate of 130, and that's one of Frostallion's strongest moves. It will freeze your pal and kill you at one hit 100% of the time if you're on a lower level and your armor isn't up to par. But once you see that spike starts to form above Frostallion's head, you better book it out of there or you're frozen meat. Now just a quick tip so you would know, if you wanted to take Frostallion on one-on-one, the best pal to do so would be Germantide Ignis. He is one of the most powerful fire types in Palworld, and just like how Frostallion always freezes you, he burns you. So yeah, he's the pal that I would recommend if you want to take Frostallion on one-on-one. I have one, but unfortunately he isn't nearly as strong enough to take on the mighty Frost, as you could clearly see, but he's the one that I would recommend if you were training for a one-on-one battle. Not to mention he's the only pal with level 4 kindling, so yeah, he's pretty much off the charts and a force to reckon with once you know how to build him right. And one thing I noticed when fighting with Jetragon, he's just too fast for himself. He always moving around and he's not even doing anything. I don't know if that happened to you guys, let me know in the comments, but it'd be really annoying sometimes. I don't know if they have ability cooldowns in this game or whatever, but they gotta do something about it. Alright, obviously I wasn't strong enough, but now that that's over, time to pull out the big guns. Now this is the strategy that I always use, and it always saves the day. And all you need to do this strategy is to be able to put down 2 bases, which could be acquired at level 10. This area right here on top of this hill is the best location to place the base, because all the other areas, it just won't allow you to place it because it said it's too close to the boss. So right here would work, and once you place your base down, it's time to go squad D. Just take out all your strongest pals. Next, look for the boss, shoot to get his attention. Hopefully you have a gun so you will have range, and make sure they come to you because you want them to be in the vicinity of the base so all your pals could attack them. I also want to mention that if you do plan to get your hands on a legendary pal, unfortunately you won't be able to do it until you get to at least level 35, because like I said earlier, you can't breed legendaries with other pals. The only breathing that's going to be happening with legendaries is if you have a male and female of that legendary and breed them together. Other than that, you can't breed them, so you can't use the breathing technique to get them earlier in the game. Therefore, you won't be able to get your hands on them unless you capture them. In order to capture them, you're going to need to have either a ultra sphere or a legendary sphere. Now, a hyper sphere I would never recommend. I won't recommend it at all. Though it may be possible to capture a legendary with a hyper sphere, I wouldn't recommend it due to the fact that the percent rate is extremely low, 0.0 something percent. And if you are on a much lower level than them, that means you probably had to put a lot of time and effort in to get their health down to the point where they're actually capturable, unless you use some kind of glitch or something to get their health down fast. But if not, it would really suck to see all that time, effort, and material go to waste, because 9 times out of 10 you aren't capturing them with a hypersphere. If you do, you probably already use up 50 to 75, if not 100 on a normal run. On a lucky day, probably 25 to 30, but that's a lucky day, which are very rare. Luckily, there is a way to save your materials if your first attempt ends up being a failure. All you have to do is restart the game, go to restore backup data, then choose the file with the time that you believe it was when you first started the battle or around that time. You could also take a screenshot of what time it is before you start the battle, so it would be easier. And talk about strong pals. Hence why they say Shadowbeak is one of the strongest pals in the game as well, even though he's not a legendary. My man been soloing Frostallion for a minute, and I'm not gonna lie, just looking at Shadowbeak, it's so weird to see him so small. Because I'm used to seeing the boss or alpha Shadowbeak with Victor from when they had the boss capturing glitch. Unfortunately, I was never able to reach the tower to capture Shadowbeak, which I'm very disappointed, but that's the one I usually see, the big one. So when I see the small one, it's like, it's weird. I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel. But yes guys, this is the method that I use to catch all my legendaries. You know, it's a lethal strategy, man. They don't have no time to do anything. My pals just gang up on them, and it's very difficult for them to do anything else. Like, they may try to target you every now and then, but hardly, because there's so much going on. The hardest one, I'm not gonna lie, the hardest battle that you're going to face using this method, if you're not that strong, is Palladius, or Palladius, however you pronounce it, I don't know, and Necromus. They're going to give you one heck of a battle, man. They tore me up back to back to back. I'm like, yo, it was crazy, but I wasn't going to stop, man. They were on me. Because it's 2 of them, it's like they have more time to attack you or target you, even though it's a lot of pals on the base. But as I said, I wasn't going to stop, so I eventually got him. When I say back to back to back to back, I mean they defeated me or killed me about 10 times, man. But luckily, the great thing with this method, when you die, you will come back with the fight still continuing, because your base is right in the area, so the fight won't start over. So you could just keep coming back like cockroaches, keep coming back until all your pals either die, you run out of spheres, or you just decide to give up or whatever. But I have the video of me fighting the 2 celestial knights. It was one heck of a showdown. Yeah, I will be posting the video up in a few days, so you can check it out if you're interested. And while I was at it, I had a little fun with it, because I was getting slain so much. I basically gave Palladius and Necromus characteristics like they talking to each other like brothers. Necromus would be like, yo, Palladius, this guy, man, he's one persistent pest, man, he keep coming back, knock him out. And Palladius would be like, yo bro, I got him, man. And as soon as I come back, they just killed me. It was fun. Now, it ain't no professional stuff, because that would take a lot of time, and my channel ain't really there yet to spend that much time on it, but it was fun. Anyways, this is about the time when you want to start throwing the spheres to capture Frostallion or any of the legendaries. You never want to wait till their life is all the way down, because you gotta keep in mind your pals are still attacking. So if you wait till their life is all the way down, 9 times out of 10 they will end up getting killed by your pals. So be mindful of that. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. If you got something out of it, don't forget to like and subscribe. And with that being said, Game Time Legends is out.